How to stay focused. So I got a great question from one of my YouTube viewers, love you guys, Sohail, who wrote in to say, "Hi, thank you for your videos. I'm not an entrepreneur but a researcher and trying to make a contribution, currently doing my PhD in the field of electrical engineering. I watch your videos as I hope to start a business with the algorithms I will develop. Can you give me some tips for staying focused, as in the field of providing software solutions to my field there are already big companies. I have a dream, but the reality seems impossible. Thanks." This is a great question, and the reality is, whether you've already started your business or you're thinking about doing it, it can be hard to stay focused on your dream. And often when you're not seeing the momentum and you're not seeing the progress, you're not seeing the dollars, it can beat down on you, and you may sometimes feel like, I'm never gonna reach this, I should give up on this dream and just stay at my job and be happy. I'm going to give you 3 suggestions for how to stay focused and continue to build your business. Number 1 is decide. You have to first decide that this is important to you and that you're going to make this a business, right? Because right now you're on the fence. Right now you haven't fully decided, you're afraid. A lot of the fear goes away, a lot of the uncertainty goes away once you decide. It's a lot like dating versus getting married. Okay, I don't know what your relationship status is, but you know, when you're dating somebody, you know, you meet them a lot and you have your weekends together and whatever you're doing, you're dating, but it's a relationship, but it's not committed. You know, you're not in, you haven't decided. Once you get married, you know, you get down on your knee, you pop that question, you've decided, right? Now you're in this. Now there's no going back. Now there's no looking at other options, right? You're in it. So that's what you need to do with your business. You need to decide. You need to decide that this is going to be something important for you and you're going to take action on it. And when you decide, then the options open up. The fear goes away a little bit and you stay focused on your task. So decide. Number 2 is create a schedule. One of the best ways that I know how to stay focused on my task, on my goal, is to create a schedule. So this isn't your full-time thing yet. You have a certain number of hours that you're dedicating to this every week. I would schedule that time in. That has to be really important time, right? And this is for anybody who's running a business or is doing it part-time. You schedule in your CEO time or you schedule in your task management time, and you don't allow interruptions, right? You turn off your phone, you know, you lock the door, you don't check Facebook, you know, you don't watch YouTube videos, even mine, you're not watching my YouTube videos on these times, and you sit down and you work, and you know you have this amount of time every week or every day to spend on your projects, and you get to work. So it forces you to stay focused on the task. So look at your schedule, see how much time you have, and plot it out every week, every day, however much time you have, and don't allow for any interruptions during that time. Create a schedule. Number 3 is launch quickly. One of the hardest things to do as an entrepreneur is create while you're in a vacuum. You're creating by yourself and there's nobody around you to give you feedback, to tell you what to do, to give you suggestions, to say, hey, what you're doing is great. And when you're just creating alone, it can be discouraging. You know, you don't know if you're making progress or not. You don't get the feed off the energy of other people. For me, it's hard too. Like, I'm making these videos, I'm by myself, I'm in an empty room, and I'm just talking to a camera. And what helps keep me going is knowing that you guys are watching and you're leaving your comments and you're giving me feedback and you're saying, Evan, keep going. And you're saying these are great videos. That is fuel for me, right? You need to get your fuel. So you want to launch your algorithms, your software, whatever it is, as soon as possible. There's a term in the software industry called minimum viable product, where it's basically, don't spend all this time creating the perfect product. Create whatever is just enough that people will use it, because then you get their feedback. You start to get a little bit of market adoption of people using it, and they tell you why it's good, why it's bad, where to fix it. And that's fuel, because now you're depending on other people, right? You're providing something that's helping them out, and that's fuel for you to do better. Now you're not just by yourself. And when somebody writes to you and says, wow, your algorithms really helped me with my project or my business or whatever it is, that makes you feel so good that you'll want to keep going. Or if somebody says, hey, I'd love it if your algorithm could do this. It gives you something to work on, and now you're you almost have a boss. You have somebody that you're accountable to, that you have to get this done for, and not just yourself and your ideas and you'll do it whenever. So launch your product, launch your algorithms as quickly as possible so you start getting feedback and some fuel. So in summary, how to stay focused. Number 1, decide. Number 2, create a schedule. Number 3, launch quickly and believe. For those of you watching, you like this video, you can subscribe to the channel. You can support me by clicking on the link in the description and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Your comments mean a lot to me, and I love seeing them come in. So thank you so much. I'll see you soon.